Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. So I've not got anything written down for this in terms of like topics and points and a structure to the video. It's going to be a lot of me just yapping on basically and explaining kind of lacks of videos and my mindset at the moment on how the game's going. I commentated the round 8 of the NSP Championship last night at the point of you watching this, if you watch this video as soon as it comes out. And you'll notice as of late, the only real streams I've been doing have been me commentating. And as of the MX of Nations event, the last couple of NSP rounds, I've been enjoying commentating so much to the point where it doesn't make me want to compete in these series that I'm watching. But I'm having much more fun watching fast people battle and kind of rub elbows than me getting stressed over it myself. But I had a comment. So, you know, as the streams, they go up as their own videos afterwards. And I had someone comment on the video afterwards. And it was along the lines of, bro, why aren't you competing? This is so boring. Put some effort in. Which is understandable, because I feel like a lot of people on this channel would have joined me when I was kind of at the top of my game and right at the very top of the pickings with a chance to win any single race that I entered into. Now, as of the last year, it's no secret at all that my speed has fallen off in comparatively to the rest of the field. You know, I won the 2024 outdoor season, and since then I really haven't had it for the other fast guys in the community, like people like your Chases, your Raxes, your Cams, your Tylers, all these really fast guys. And I think that's just human nature. You know, you're not always going to be at the top of your game for the longest possible. I know I always joke about old age and stuff, but genuinely on some tracks where there's shadows, I do struggle to see the ruts. Like, my eyes are getting worse, this, that and the other. And obviously I just haven't played the game as much. Now, that not playing the game as much comes in two parts, because the first part of it was I think I just burnt myself out on bikes originally. So I stopped playing as much, which meant my performance in races went down, which meant I wasn't enjoying it, and that was a vicious cycle there. So that was one part of it. But now, more recently, the part which basically this video is about is just the cheating situation at the moment. I will put it very bluntly to you. I am the kind of person, when I play video games, doesn't matter what game it is, I like there to be some sort of integrity to it. I like there being a completely fair, competitive environment where I know if someone beats me, they were better than me in that moment. I have no issue with battling with someone. If someone new beats me for the first time, I'm happy to say, well done, you outplayed me. But at the moment, every single race that you enter comes with an asterisk above it, or a little question, or questions that you have to ask yourself at the end. Now, in today's NSP live stream, 2 people in one sanctioned event have been caught cheating. Now, usually it would be a case of, okay, that's fine, ban them and move on. However, part of these cheats these guys are running includes a GUID spoofer. Now, what that means in very simple terms is they are able to join a server and it show a different GUID than they actually have. Now, they can do this as many times as they like. So if you ban them once, they can come back again. You ban them twice, they can come back again. It's not like when people used to get banned, they had to go out of their way to buy a whole new game to generate a new GUID for themselves. They can do this as many times as they like. So you are only putting a plaster over that situation. So someone banned in this week's race can show up in next week's race under a completely different name and GUID without being another like $30, whatever MX bikes costs these days, out of pocket. Now, for that reason alone, I find no satisfaction about trying to compete with them people, never being sure if I'm given a fair shot or if I'm going to get beaten by someone that doesn't deserve it. Now, here's the issue. People will always find a way to cheat in whatever they do in life. I think that's just human nature, trying to find shortcuts to be the best they can be in the shortest amount of time. You know, like Lance Armstrong cheating. People will like crash diet to try and lose weight as quick as possible rather than doing it properly, and that's like a short-term success. And any aspect of human life, and it's just nature that people want to get there. And one thing we forget as well is the general MX bikes community is of a younger age, so they're not going to really have built up them morals as such, in a sense that the older guys have done. But there's just something so fascinating to me. Obviously, I have not been playing... I don't think I've even hopped in a single public lobby since all this cheating bollocks came out. Because it just doesn't interest me at all. And now, in the space of one night... Actually, 3 people, sorry, not 2. In the space of one night, to see 3 cheaters blatantly on my screen... It's a little bit disheartening. It's not a good ratio. And here's the funny thing as well that someone mentioned in Discord, is those 3 people that we found tonight were the blatant ones. How many people do you think are changing values by just a couple of % so you can't tell? That's the part that kind of gets to me the most, that gives me no desire to compete in this game right now. I'm still more than happy to hop into a commentary booth and watch people play, because I'm still... I can never say with 100% certainty. You never can do. But I'm still 99% sure that the majority of the people that I'm watching in these races that I've competed against for years are still just good at the game. But I would like to think I've not wasted 5,000 hours of playing MX bikes without knowing what a bike is meant to look like in terms of how it handles and how fast it accelerates. So I called one person out in practice earlier today, just because I saw how quickly his bike accelerated on the downside of a jump, and yeah, it turned out he was cheating. I looked at his account, saw he was spoofing his GUID, and you can't spoof your GUID without having those cheats installed in the first place, so it's obvious that he was cheating. And I don't know, I just have no desire to compete against that and deal with the bullshit. Like, you could just say, just show up and try and have fun with it, but I'm far too competitive of a person to have fun in that sort of environment when I know that you're not given a fair shot at it. So, to be honest, right now, I don't see myself doing any competitive stuff anytime soon until there's some sort of remedy or a fix. Whether that comes in the form of game updates, which as we know do tend to take quite some time, so I don't see that being fixed anytime soon. Or I wouldn't even be against, someone threw the idea out there of having like a third-party client that you have to install and run to do like MyMXB races. Some people won't be happy with that because, you know, like some anti-cheats can be quite invasive on your PC. But I would be more than happy to give up a little bit of computer permissions for the sake of being able to compete against people that I know are legit. Now, here's the issue as well. Most of the people that you will talk to, like every person is different in this, most people you will talk to in the community are people that you have no rapport or previous relation with. They are just random people on the internet that you have a common interest with, that you might develop a friendship from. That does not mean what they tell you would be the truth. You could talk to someone for months and months and months, and they could blatantly cheat and tell you that, no, they've just been practicing the game a lot, and you would never have any way of finding out, really, unless it suddenly became blatant. And that's the issue I've got, is trust can only get you so far. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of people in this community that I've played with for years that I think are legit, but I can never say with 100% certainty, and that's what I don't really vibe with. So if there are people that watch my live streams and watch my videos that have been a bit, you know, upset recently that I haven't been playing as much or I haven't been racing, I've been commentating instead, please take what I say in this video as the reason for it. I've been enjoying my video gaming recently. That has been considered of a whole lot of Battlefield 6, which I think has an amazing anti-cheat system. I have not seen a single person cheating on Battlefield 6 yet, at least in my own personal lobbies. If I hop onto Call of Duty, for example, people cheating all over the place. And I have no real desire now, once Black Ops 7 comes out, to hop onto that for that sole reason as well. I like competing in a fair competition. I don't think that's too much to ask, to be honest. I did see someone, I was scrolling through TikTok earlier, saw someone post a clip and it was like 900 hours and still not good, so gonna pull a Reaper doc, and I just thought that was so funny, and I love Reaper, but the fact that the term for basically quitting competing in bikes has now been called pulling a Reaper doc is so funny to me, and I might have to steal it for myself. So I think Reaper was well ahead of the curve on that. I don't know, I don't even know what point I'm trying to make really in this video. and I don't even know where it leads to. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I don't know what a thumbnail is going to be. I'm probably going to have to try and find or record some footage to play in the background list, so it's not just me, say, yapping in full face cam mode the entire time. But I wanted to just let you know where I stand at the moment in terms of competing in this game. And it's not a case of I never want to compete in bikes again, because if an update came out tomorrow that fixed every single cheating issue that we've got so far, I 100% would hop straight back on and be playing the game with no problem at all. But at the moment, I have no faith. I've got no confidence in half of the people that I'm seeing competing. I done a bunch of digging earlier today after all of them people got caught out, and I won't tell you the methods and how you do this because I don't want people's like private information getting leaked out there. But there are ways of taking any GUID and finding the Steam profile that is linked to it. And what I'm finding in a lot of these situations is the Steam accounts haven't even been set up yet. You know, when you go and click on a Steam profile and it shows you like the username, they've got the question mark for a picture, it says this user's not set up their account, and that's how this GUID spoofer works. Is out of the, let's say, like 1 billion Steam accounts that exist, it will take a random Steam account, generate a GUID for it as if they bought the game, and then that becomes their GUID. So the funny thing about that, really, is I don't know how many people have bought MX bikes at this point. It's over 50,000. Let's just say 50,000 for ease sake. There is a universe where that spoofer could grab the UID of one of those 50,000 people out of the 1 billion Steam accounts, cheat on it, and then get that account banned. So somebody could get banned without it even being them. That's kind of the shit show that we're in right now. So to Paboso, I beg you, please make this your main priority right now in trying to get this game back into a playable state. Please stop updating Kart Racing Pro, please stop updating GP bikes, please just focus on MX bikes, even if it's over the next 2 months, for example, to try and put something into place to make this game in a more stable, playable condition. The game has only got bigger over the last like 5 years or so. The Steam charts just show consistent growth. That's had its pros and cons. You know, we've had very talented people come into the community. So we've had high quality tracks, we've got high quality bikes, we've got like new OEM bikes. But that also comes with some bad characters as well, like people developing cheats and then actively selling cheats. And people won't be happy with me saying this, and if you do take this to heart, I think it says more about your character than mine, in that you might be insecure in it, is if you have to cheat in a very niche motocross video game where the community is a maximum of 5,000 people playing at a time, and you still can't get a top 5, you fucking suck at the game. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Like, there is nothing you can do that I think will help you win at that point. You are awful. And I mean that with 100% sincerity. As someone that has spent way too many hours playing this, knows all of the ins and outs, if you are so actively increasing your bike speed, for example, or making it so there's more road in a server that affects everybody else but doesn't affect you, and you still can't get the job done, it might be time to hang up the controller. Go cheat in Fortnite, go cheat in CSGO, whatever you want to do. But you are actively ruining this very small already community, and you're just ruining a lot of people's own racing experiences. So for the 1 or 2 races of fun that you get to experience for yourself, kind of ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is it worth the money that you're spending to pay for cheats in such a small game, essentially? That's kind of where we're at. I don't think I even needed to make any cuts there because I just waffled the entire time. But I just really wanted to answer those comments about me not competing at the moment in a bit more detail than I can do just in replying to a comment via text. I feel like a video is the best form of doing it. I'm very curious to know other people's opinions on the current state of the game. I'm well aware that this video will come with its own issues, like people saying skill issue, get better, this, that and the other. And you guys have to understand, I'm almost 30 years old at this point. I'm basically an uncle. Words on the internet can really only do so much, you know? So I'm more intrigued to see the people that have genuine opinions about this subject, what they think can be done to help the game, where you see the game going. And I don't think it's any secret, if this doesn't get fixed, I really am just biding my time until MTG comes out, and hopefully I can put all of my attention into that, and hopefully that doesn't have the same problems that this has. But I don't think I was thinking back at it now, actually, and in my MX Simulator career, I started playing Sim in 2015, and I think I finished in around 2019, maybe during 2020. But there was also cheats that came out on MX Simulator around the time that I stopped playing that as well, which was really turning me off of that. The reason I originally left Sim was because I absolutely detested the erode system when JLV first started putting it into the game. So I just didn't enjoy it, and I left it for that reason. But I think I also left that at the perfect time before it went to shit, before JLV then managed to kind of sort that problem out as well. So I'm hoping that Barboso can get this fixed sooner rather than later, and that'll do it for me. Hope you've enjoyed a little bit of Lynn's moaning, ranting, ASMRing, whatever you want to call it. But I hope everyone understands kind of where I'm at the moment, which is why you'll see just the occasional track walking video from me. In terms of public lobby stuff these days, it doesn't really interest me whilst all this shit is going on. Yeah, we'll see what the future holds. See you in the next video.